So this is my 2005 Volkswagen Transporter. There's a bunch of questions I'm sure you've got. First one is, will it start? Well, the fact that it's mine, I bought it for £2,000 and the bonnet's up with a cable hanging out the front of it. Your guess is as good as mine. So let's jump in it and see if we can get it started. Oh no. So I guess the answer to that question is no, it will not start. Now, this has been on charge all night. I'm at home, not at the barn. This is going to be an issue. So hopefully Sam is about and I can get him to come and give me a hand. Even just a jump start with his big Isuzu Trooper will probably get this going. What have we got? Well, we've got a flat battery. That's an issue. Now, I thought this was a good battery, but clearly it's not. Now, while I wait for Sam, let's take a look around the van and see what does £2,000 worth of T5 look like. Was it a good idea? Is it going to cost me more than that to put it right? Let's have a look. So bodywork wise, what does a £2,000 Transporter look like? Well, do you know what? It's not too bad. It's got the obvious bumps and scrapes that you'd expect on a 250,000 mile van. It's got sort of more noticeably on this side, you've got this scuff to the front bumper here. All that paint is just flaked off. So it's possibly taken a whack, cracked the paint, and it's just come away. As we look down the side of the van, on the surface, it looks okay. First thing is this mirror is, yeah, that's seen better days. So I could put the T5.1 wing mirrors on it, and they're kind of a lot more shaped. They look more like car mirrors, so they're actually quite nice. And then when we look down here, there's a scuff just along here, and it goes into a crack in the paintwork here. So is that a crack in the paintwork, or is it actually hiding something more sinister? Could this be full of filler? Don't know, I'm a bit scared to look. And then as we come around to the back bumper, yeah, this is where it starts to look like a $250,000 mile van. So it's full of wood screws. And as we come around the back here, you can see that the bumper's cracked off. And then as we go around here, again, just how does this happen? Yeah, this had parking sensors and this happens. It's got the up and over tailgate, which is quite sought after as far as vans are concerned. But it's got dents and it's got dings and it's got scuffs, and it's just generally seen better days. Now again, on the other side of the back bumper, we've got a big ding here. So it was hard enough to obviously push the bumper in, and possibly because it's got this checker plate on it, this has kind of kept its shape and kept the bumper dented inwards. So, I mean, in all fairness, this bumper's pretty wrecked, so it's probably a good plan anyway, just to change it for a facelift bumper. Kind of makes sense, maybe we look at facelifting this van. As far as the front goes here, we've got, it's all pretty straight actually. It's got the Caravelle twin lights. Sadly, not really worth anything because people just want to facelift these things. If you're going to go to the effort of changing the headlights, you may as well change the bumper and the bonnet as well, and basically take years off your van. It's got the 6-speed DSG automatic box that has issues. It's got this particularly nasty, poorly fitted, floppy aftermarket head unit. It plays radio and I can connect my phone to Bluetooth, so it kind of works. It's got heated seats and these actually work, so that's a win. It's got parking sensors, these don't work, so that is not a win. But otherwise, it's just a really battered old van. I mean, the glove box lid is knackered. That cover's missing. It's got cup holders, which is nice if they ever want to come out. There we go. So if we look under the bonnet, we can have a look at this engine. Now, it's a 2.5 turbo diesel. It's not really much to see. It's all shoehorned in under here, and I think the issues are right back there. So the problem with this is it's got a boost problem. I've had the N75 valve changed and that's made no difference. So when we were towing the trailer with it, there was an overboost problem. So it would mean that the van would just go into limp mode and wouldn't really do anything above sort of 35, 40. You couldn't really put your foot down. So I've had this problem before in an old Caddy van. With old Caddies, the way you fix this is probably about £5, is with a can of Mr. Muscle oven cleaner. Now, over the years, the carbon deposits in the exhaust gases have built up on the vanes of the turbo, and that's possibly what's causing the problem here. So it's not the N75, so it's not the boost pressure valve. The chances are the vanes have got stuck or the actuator is stuck. So we'll have a look, and when I can get it to the barn, we'll spray some Mr. Muscle in there, and hopefully that'll be enough to get it going. If not, there could be something more serious. It could be a boost leak, it could be a cracked intercooler, it could be all sorts of things. So me being me, I'm going with the cheapest solution, which is to stick a can of Mr. Muscle in and hope for the best. So in the back here, we've got a very grubby leather interior. As you can see, it's got 7 leather seats. All of which have clearly seen better days. And when you look above me, there's all of this Velcro, which is all across the ceiling, the roof lining, whatever you want to call it. It's down the side of the doors, it's down the A-pillars. So I don't know what this van was used for previously. It's a bit of a weird one. So it had, as you can see, TV screens, one there which has been ripped out, and we've got another one just there. So well, I'm guessing at some point, some type of executive shuttle, an Addison Lee, or, I mean, they're usually Fords, but still, you get what I mean. Airport transfers, that sort of thing. So, God, it smells at it. It really is musty. So let me just open this door. Oh, that's better. So, yeah, this van is... it's pretty nasty inside. I dread to think what all of this Velcro is for. So bearing in mind, we've just come out the back of a really crazy pandemic for the last 2 years. Is it that this was sort of partitioned off as a shuttle for warehouse workers, factory workers, just something with, because there seems to be this division sort of between all of the seats, but then we've got it on the windows here. We've got all this Velcro here. So why are they blocking off the sides? Which makes me think then, was it in fact a gentleman's club on wheels? We can see we've got all of the Caravelle goodies up here. So it's got air conditioning. We've got these controls in the back here. So if I do keep it and turn it into a camper, that's all going to get ripped out. You can see we've got a TV screen here. It's an Alpine one, so back in the day it would have been worth some money. It would have been an expensive bit of kit, but now, as you can see, it's pretty shagged. So that'll come out and probably go straight in the bin. So yeah, so inside, I mean, really, it's not the end of the world, because it's just going to get gutted anyway, isn't it? Let's be fair. If you're going to do a camper conversion, all of this is going. It's going to have a pop top. It's going to have carpeted sides. All of this stuff is going to go. There's a whole bunch of switches here, which, again, all seem to be turned off. I don't know if they're contributing to the current drain, whether there's some electrical gremlins in this. But yeah, you can see we've got these. I don't think these are standard, because look, it's like hard track. It's riveted into the headlining. So I don't know what that is. It goes along here. Yeah, it's a weird one. Now we can see here that the door panels are all falling apart and nasty. We've got these here, which again, it's more of that sort of aluminium tracking. Maybe it was for sort of hard blinds. I don't know. Why would you board out the windows? Why do you want to completely black it off unless you're doing something that you probably shouldn't be, or something you don't want people seeing from the outside? So I don't know. That's the inside, that's the back here. It's a bit musty back here. These seats and this carpet have all seen better days. So it will probably make sense just to rip all of this out and have a complete blank canvas to start with. You can see here that the floor's been cut and there's a vent in there into the spare wheel well. I don't know what that is. And if we look here, there's something else that looks a bit industrial. I mean, if it was a night heater, you'd put it under the driver's seat, which is the factory location, whereas someone saw fit to take an angle grinder to the boot floor and cut a big hole. So, as I say, we've got this massive thing, vent, pipe. I don't know, I haven't got a clue what it's for. When we rip it all out, we'll obviously see. I only paid £2,000 for it. So yeah, I guess play stupid games, win stupid prizes, hey? Sam's just arrived. You see the big green truck is here. After you, mate. Get this off.
I believe that's the dead side, that's your side.
So after a bit of a false start, we got there. So going to give this a couple of minutes just to run, get some life back into this battery. Then we're going to get this up to the barn and just, can actually get on with my day instead of playing around with a smelly old van. And we're mobile. So after all that, I'm in the van. It's MOT'd, it's taxed, it's insured. It's all ready to go. I was going to use it to move a car that I bought a few weeks back. But I got about 20 miles and realised it had this over boosting sort of turbo problem. And now we've got the van up the barn, we can take the EGR off, we can spray the Mr. Muscle in, and hopefully that will fix the running issue. But we've got to let it cool down, and you've seen enough of that van for today. So if you want to know what happens next, remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, it'll really help us out, and I will see you on the next one.